Helldivers 2 is finally playable for the most part, if we ignore the stupid mouth breathers who still don't understand how samples work. This means I get to complain about things in the game that I think are also stupid. The problem is, I was originally going to complain about the expendable anti-tank rocket launcher for being an annoying piece of shit that is on cooldown when I need it most, and for seemingly deciding to do an amazing amount of fucking nothing sometimes, but after using it for a while, it's not as bad as I originally thought. I suppose. We all make mistakes sometimes, it's just that some of us make them more than others. Anyway, after getting bored of pressing the dopamine button twice in 70 seconds, I figured I would try out the spear, which the game describes as effective against large and armored enemies. This is true, assuming you can get the fucking thing to work. It's impressive how Arrowhead made a weapon that edges you, and still sometimes doesn't even give you the satisfaction of killing the thing you just spent 20 seconds trying to lock onto. I've seen some people talk about how useful it is for destroying automaton factories, which is true, but it also doesn't surprise me that this game has attracted people who need a lock-on to hit a target that doesn't move, what with every Destiny 2 content creator trying to find a game that isn't dying. At least it can lock onto them fairly consistently, unlike everything else it's supposed to be used against. Even then, it'll sometimes just overshoot the target if you are close, and do whatever the fuck this is if you are even closer. Incredible. 10,000 credits well spent. Okay, well, so far I've just talked about robots, but what about the bugs? What the fuck do you think? It takes 3 shots to kill a Bile Titan. Well, that is reasonable, I suppose. It would be pretty funny if there were consistent ways to quickly kill the strongest enemies in the... Oh. Wait. What was it the game said that this fucking Pringles container was effective against? Oh yeah, right. But hey, I suppose you can kill brood commanders with it, if you wanted to do that for some reason. And I guess you can also lock onto spore spewers, because again, inanimate objects move too quickly for you to perceive and hit with any of the other weapons. The enemies you can target in the first place also leave me completely baffled, a state of mind I find myself in often these days. Want to lock onto the shielded Devastator because you can't be bothered to aim? Fuck you. But a walker that you could literally kill with one button press in a fraction of the time? Sure, wow. One of your 4 rockets well spent. It also seems to be indecisive on what it wants to lock onto in terms of objectives. This isn't a game-breaking issue, it's just really fucking annoying. The only thing I can compliment this piece of shit on is that when it works pretty well. It only takes 2 hits to kill a charger, which considering how annoying these pieces of organic waste are, I'll actually admit is pretty nice, and it mostly one-hits hulks and tanks. But good luck getting it to work more than 40% of the time. Of course, I'm not saying this means you can't use this weapon. The only thing dumber than people who use bad weapons are people who think it actually fucking matters in a PvE game. I'm just saying that I will laugh at your shuffling player model as you try to lock onto the rapidly approaching flamethrower Hulk. Final rating, 5 out of 10, use it if you need an extra difficulty modifier other than your actual difficulty, your teammates, and your railgun rotted brain.